All right, guys. I am hopping. I say this a lot. I'm hopping on a call today. I don't know how else to start this. So, I had a consult with a lovely person that I didn't even know was following me for the last 6 years during our whole ramp up to H&H until this very moment. And something that's been coming up a lot lately for me is that it's super interesting to see the connections that get made 5 years down the road. I've had so many people reach out saying, like, oh, I'm at this moment in my business, and had you not sent this email, I never would have actually reached out to you or communicated with you. And so this is just, showing me that all the work that I've put into everything that I've done in the last 5 years is finally starting to pay off. So, the get the email list started, stay in connection, build collaboration, all of those things, they're just starting to really come forward. And well, the methods are proving themselves to me, obviously. Um, but I feel really inspired to continue to reach out and share what I'm doing with everybody because, like I said, you never know when that moment is going to hit at the perfect time that that person is finally ready to work with you, collaborate with you, or, you know, mm, share something with you that is going to, you know, benefit you educationally or give you a lesson or whatever it is. Anyways, that's my little rant. So, Maggie, she is a longtime follower, had, been watching all our stuff for the last 6 years, told me, that she got, she calls it shiny object syndrome, and, would look at what other business coaches were talking about or what other people were saying. And, and now she's kind of getting ready to just hunker down and do the work so that she can actually start making money with her business. She also gave me this other lovely little tidbit of information, which I think is hilarious, but also very, very, very relevant to a lot of what practitioners are going through. And she said that she heard from a different business coach that, and it rung true for her, is that she needed to quit her jobby. And jobby being the fact that you have a job, but it's actually more like a hobby. So, you have maybe a full-time job that you're doing somewhere else, and then you have this nutrition hobby on the side. And so instead of treating the nutrition portion as a job and the rest as a hobby, I thought that was a really interesting way of looking at what I see happen quite a bit. And I did the same thing too, for certain parts of my business. Is like, what needs to be focused on and how do you need to treat this? This is your business. Like, it needs to be a 9 to 5 thing. It needs to have your focus. And I understand that there's a financial demand and all of those things, but there is a way to start your business and treat your business as if it is a serious entity in your life, and that you are ready to kind of step into that role of being an educator, being somebody who's putting themselves out there and sharing the knowledge that you have, because it's been so incredibly helpful for you that other people really should know and deserve to know what you've experienced. So, how can you share that experience with people wholeheartedly in the most heartfelt way that is going to make you money at the same time, right? So, making this a priority in your life. Anyways, I'm going to go on because Maggie graciously is letting me run a business audit on her business and record it and kind of share my insight as to where she is after, like, where she tells me she's at in her business after our call, what I see as being her next kind of moves, taking into account everything that she's kind of told me. And, life has gotten in the way. She's got her website done. She's got social media kind of down pat. she signed up with a different business coach to work on her email marketing, and that's fantastic. But these business audits, the point of them is to give you the next 3 steps, that 3 to 5, but I think 3 is going to be the money maker here, is like, what are the next 3 steps that you need to do in order to kind of level up and stop treating like your nutrition hobby as a nutrition hobby. So how can you start working as a business instead of putting it forward as a hobby and as a thing that you do on the side until you start making money? That's not really the right frame of mind. I think you need to start thinking like, how do I make money with my nutrition so that I can stop my 9 to 5? So I kind of walked through some of Maggie's things, and she's doing a really great job. There was a couple things. I'm just going to share my screen here. There was a couple things that I saw that, could be adjusted in terms of just like finessing the website. So here, I'm going to hop onto her website from her link tree. So she's got like the basics of everything really down, and no, all of this does not have to be done before you start. So she's already kind of gone and done the social media thing and the website thing, and now she's ready to sell. But I take the approach that it probably should have been the opposite. It should have been like, what's the one thing you're selling? Where are you selling it? And how are you going to do that? So she's already got this stuff, which is going to help bring some extra information to the people who are listening to her and that she's selling to. But it's not the be all and end all. So there was a couple things that I caught yesterday, like links on her website not pulling to where they should. So these ones, they weren't directing to her actual social, which could be a problem. If people want to see you talking and see you teaching and see you expressing yourself, those are really where people are going to be gravitating from. And then if you even reverse it out, for example, on social media, if somebody was to come to the website and be like, okay, I'm finally ready to work with Maggie, and you hop over to the services page and it's only got a book a free consult, or set up an appointment. So my question to Maggie is going to be like, what's the one thing you're selling, right? Like, what is that one thing that you've been marketing? I want to work with you, but I want to know what I'm going to get out of working with you. So is there a specific program that you can create that highlights something that you excel in and that you love doing? So on our call, Maggie told me that she loves teaching and that she's really good at it and she enjoys it and it fills her heart and it gives her a lot of passion in what she's doing. And so for me, what I want to see, is one product that she's selling to somebody. So it could be even just a package of coaching sessions. Like, here is what we're going to do in this coaching package. Here, she talks about 3 kind of phases: resetting, renew, and restore. So what if you had a coaching package that somebody could buy, and you have set points that you talk about with those clients that talk about the reset portion, how they can do that? What's included in that reset? Do they get a meal plan? Do they get calls with you? Do they get goal setting? Do they get homework? What's included in step 1? Then what's included in step 2? And what's included in step 3? And what is going to be the final result of that? How are they going to feel after that? How can you help your client understand that by working with you, they're going to go from point A to point Z? And so here we are, like, I would love to know what the steps are that you're going to take me through in order to get there. Are they going to be attainable for that person? And most likely they will be. And that's your job and role as a holistic nutritionist, or a nutrition professional, is to get them from, that pain point to having that pain point solved, or at least closer to, by working through this package with you. So I could talk about many, many, many things in terms of, having a lead magnet that pulls people in. But because Maggie already has somebody working on that with her, I want to give the next 3 steps that I think are going to actually get her to achieve selling this product that she's going to actually outline and create. And it doesn't have to be perfect. It does not have to be fully ready before you start selling it, because you got to put the information out there. If nobody is seeing you, nobody knows that you have a product to sell. So step 1, here we go. You guys ready? Back to the whole like taking business seriously. Set a schedule. You have a part-time job, you have a full-time job. I get it. Setting up a business takes time, and you either have to spend time setting up your business or you have to spend money getting somebody to set up your business. So most of us, given the circumstances, we have school debt, we have life, we have a pandemic that hit, whatever we want to say. We all have, things that make it difficult to necessarily pay up front. If you have the means to do that, I highly suggest working with somebody who can help you set up those things to get started. But at the bare minimum, you have time, right? We all can agree on that. So schedule it out. I want you to schedule a day or time or multiple times during the week that you are capable of hitting these targets. So I really like a little calendar like this. I've brought this up many, many times, but say you have a job. I want you to write down the days that you're going to be working at your job, because we know this is relevant to Maggie. She's still working at a supplement store, which is a great place of contact for people to learn about her services. So what she's going to be doing is outlining the days that she's going to be at work, but then on the schedule, she's going to put that this is her perfect health solutions day and business day. Now, when you're scheduling that day, it's not just to say, hey, I'm working on my business, because that's not clear and concise as to an actionable item that you're going to do. So let's use a calendar, for example. I'm going to stop sharing. Let's use a calendar, for example, of like in December, Maggie can take 3 days to schedule out, 3 perfect health solution days for work. Okay, so what she's going to need to do is define what she's selling. So Maggie has a wealth of information. She's even part of a #1 best-selling authored book talking about strong resilience and a bunch of different stories of people having gone through something life-changing and coming out better because of it. I don't know what Maggie's story is. I want to know, what was that thing? I want to know. Start sharing this, Maggie. So what's in there and how can you pull from that in order to create this package that I've been talking about? So you're going to actionable items, write down the days that you're going to be working for your business. It's no longer a hobby. It's your job. It's your livelihood. It's your business. It's your baby. Get on it. So what are the days that you're going to be working on this? Define clear and actionable items that you're going to get done. #1 is going to be deciding on selling a thing. I know you're working on your lead magnet, but what are you selling? So are you creating a coaching package? Inside that coaching package, what's included? Is there 3 steps? Is there 1 step? Is it learning, top 10 foods that sounds more lead magnety, but I want to know, like, if there was a coaching package to work with you that was reset, renew, and restore, what's included in that? What are you teaching them? What's the price? So your next few days that you're working on your business, you're going to be deciding that. And then deciding how you're going to market that is really important. I want you to find 1 channel one way that you're excited to share that? Is it on Instagram? Is it creating videos on YouTube? Is it going out and connecting with 100 different people and saying, hey, like I have this new coaching package, all the people that you've connected with before, reaching out to them and saying, hey, do you know anybody that this is going to help? And you just sell that one thing, sell it. And I don't mean hard sell it. Like I have a package that sells XYZ. It's sharing your story. It's sharing the heartfelt reason that you're sharing this, what they're going to get out of it, what pain points are going to be answered, and just talking about it. Really, selling is just talking about it. And then when somebody goes, oh my goodness, I didn't know that this was going to be relevant to me until I heard you say it. But if you're marketing correctly and you're talking about all those things that could be relevant to that person, that's how you're going to sell. So you don't have to be like, here's my package, buy my thing. It's more here's how you're going to help them. Here is some information that you could find interesting. A lead magnet, for example, as a PDF is great to get an email, but they still need to know what they're going to be learning about. So everything that you teach in that program, you should be teaching outside of that program too. Little tidbits of information, back to the email thing that I was talking about is like, if I hadn't talked about certain things that I was working on in my business right now or in what I'm selling, people wouldn't have reached out to me and said, hey, this is the perfect timing, So by teaching and practicing what we're working on and sharing what we're doing, we sell. And that is you are the front facing lead magnet. You're the one getting the information out there. So 3 steps. Sell a thing. Schedule it in with actionable goals to get that thing ready to go. It's going to take you one day to sit down and create a package. And then you need to go out and share the information as much as you can. And that's it. Anyways, I hope you guys enjoyed this little rant / informational video. But those are really the things that I think that Maggie needs to be working on and focusing on is to make money, right? Like a business can't be in business without having something to sell. And it can't just be work with me. How are we working together? Explain that in your marketing and then explain that in your services and what they're going to get. And you're going to start making sales. Anyhow, enjoy and we'll talk soon.